Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 things you didn't know about your body. So these are some amazing and sometimes scary facts about your body, but these are really strange and I doubt most of you have ever heard these facts before. So guys, be sure to like the video and subscribe and comment I subscribed, and I'll try to reply to all of you. So coming in at number 10, we have ear holes. So I'm sure you guys have all seen someone who has this tiny hole just above their ear before. And who knows, maybe you guys even have this hole. Well, the reason behind these tiny holes is that it's technically a genetic defect. It's called having a preauricular sign, and it was first noticed by a doctor back in 1864. But here's where it gets crazy. It's been revealed that it's actually back from when we evolved from fish, and the holes are actually a result of fish gills. And if you have one, then don't worry, it's not usually an issue, but occasionally these holes can become infected or form into a cyst, and if that ever happened, treatment may be needed and the hole may need to be filled in. And only 0.1% of American people are born with this, and 0.9% of European people are born with it. Maybe that's why I've seen so many people with this. Anyway, these are often passed down through genetics, and they can occur in either ear or both ears. But next up, we have gum beads. So this one is going to really worry you guys, but this is something you need to know before you brush your teeth again. So you might have seen little blue or green dots in some people's teeth or gums before, and I hate to be the one to tell you, but this can be a big deal. The blue beads are ironically in some toothpaste brands, and they're just decorative and don't do anything. But sometimes if you use this toothpaste with the beads and brush too hard, the beads can get trapped in between your teeth and your gums. And the bad thing about these beads is that they're made of plastic, so they never dissolve and they'll always be stuck there. And it can sometimes get infected and give you gum diseases. And the really stupid thing about this is that the microbeads don't help with cleaning or with the flavor. They're just for decoration, but they harm you. But next up, we have don't poop at night. So we all know it's a common problem that people get up in the night to go to the bathroom to pee. But how come we never get up in the night with a need to poop? Well, it's actually because your body won't let you. That's right, when you sleep, you rest, and so do certain parts of your body, including the neutrons in your gut, which are the things that make you need to go. And when you wake back up, the neutrons will also wake back up and make you want to go again. If only the neutrons that made you pee also slept when you do. But next up, we have nice sweat. So if I was to say sweat, you'd probably think of gross things like bad smells. But despite what you've been told your whole life, it's not actually the sweat that smells bad. It's actually the bacteria that's attracted to your sweat. That's right, millions and millions of tiny bacteria grow on your sweat and feed on it, and then they dispose of it, as in poop it out. So the smell you're giving off is actually bacteria poop, which doesn't exactly make sweat any less gross. But next time somebody complains about you smelling bad, you can just blame it on bacteria. But next up, we have back dimples. So some people have back dimples, but no one really knows what it means. And it's a commonly known myth that it means you have a great sex life. But guys, that myth is true. Scientists have found that people with back dimples have orgasms more easily. But how does something on your back help with sex? Well, the dimples provide good circulation around the pelvis area that helps you orgasm. And unfortunately, there's no way to get back dimples. You have to be born with them. But some people don't think they have back dimples when really they do, because they only show up if you're fairly skinny. And if you're skinny and still don't notice them, then don't worry, you can still orgasm. It's just easier for people with back dimples. But coming up next, we have pain toggle. So you've probably heard the phrase pain threshold before, which is how much pain you can handle before you start screaming and crying. Well, even if you don't technically see yourself as strong, every human has a great pain threshold. But it's not down to strength, it's actually to do with your brain, because your brain can turn your pain receptors on and off. And there have been several occasions where people have been badly injured and often broken bones and sometimes even had limbs missing, but the people only felt a minor pain at first. But then obviously the pain does come later, but at least it's more gradual. So all that time working out your muscles won't help you as much as your brain if you get hurt. But next up, we have tongue prints. So I'm guessing that we all know that we have a unique fingerprint that only you have, which is why fingerprint sensors are so secure. But what many people don't know is that their tongue print is also unique. And most people don't even know they have a tongue print because it's not as obvious and clean looking as a fingerprint. Because instead of a swirly pattern like on your finger, tongue prints are made up of bumps, curves, and dents. But I can't see these replacing fingerprint sensors anytime soon. Then again, with all the dumb ideas that Apple's been having recently, you never know. But next up, we have your feet grow. So as you get older and become elderly, your body usually shrinks in size. And by body, I mean your general height. But something that actually grows as you age is your feet. Your feet obviously grow when you're a kid going into being an adult, but then they stop growing until you reach your golden years, and then they begin to grow again. And the reason why is that the tendons and ligaments that link up all of the tiny bones in your feet lose elasticity. And then this will make the arches in your feet flatter and wider. And the only way to stop this is actually by not exercising, because because the more you exercise when you're young, the more your feet will grow as you get older. But having big feet isn't necessarily a bad thing, but exercise is definitely good. So I recommend you guys still exercise, even if you might need to buy a bigger pair of running shoes in later life. And next up we have dumb and old. So a lot of people assume that when you get older you get wiser and more experienced. And while that may be true, one thing you do lose as you get older is intelligence. Because each day you're alive you lose over 11,000 brain cells, so multiply that by 60 and that's 660,000 brain cells gone. And that's one reason why old people can be so forgetful, because they lose brain cells and it can affect their memory. The good thing about me is that I'm already dumb, so I don't have to worry. Wait, that is how it works, right? But next up we have crying is good. So when you get badly hurt physically, you sometimes cry. But a lot of people, especially men, are sometimes embarrassed to cry when they're hurt because they think it makes them look weak or like a sissy. But what most people don't know is that it's actually good to cry when you're hurt, because having tears leave your eyes can create less pain from your injury. They can also help with the stress related to your injury and relaxes your brain. And tears contain endomorphines, which are what's used in painkillers, so it can actually help you relieve pain from your body. So next time you're badly hurt, let the waterworks flow, even if people might think you're being a little bit over dramatic. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you guys can vote for the craziest thing about your body. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.